Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 7 minutes. Real quick, if you're new to these videos, then when I say live, what do I mean? Well, I mean that this is a situation where nothing has been recorded and now I'm coming back and talking about it or doing a voiceover post commentary. Nothing like that. Live meaning I'm recording myself right now, getting the information for the very first time. So if you want raw thoughts, raw emotions, raw reactions, you will get that with this video. If you want a nicely scripted video, a nicely edited video, you will definitely not get that with the video. But like I said, if you want a nitty gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, what day trading can be like, then this will be a video for you. Right now watching XPEV. So if you're not familiar with my screen, crazy mover right now. I mean, already 7.5 million shares traded in the pre-market. And the level here that really has me quite interested, and I'm in fact so much so that I'm going to get it alerted into the chat room. So right here, this is the private chat room community that I offer. Key flush point on the open, assuming price can open above it. Just put opening bell, that way people understand a little bit better. So this is just an alert that I'm throwing out there. 70.85, nothing that anybody has to take. That's not how the room works. We just the main idea is we're just pointing out levels, and then it works like this. It's instead of being a bunch of sheep that just blindly follow what I say, we're more so a bunch of wolves. And wolves as a pack, we just help point things out. But then it's up to that individual wolf to figure out, do they want to take the trade? How do they want to manage a trade? What do they want to, maybe they don't even want to bother with it at all. So that's the idea here. So it's not that every single person is going to go and take that trade. It's not a bunch of sheep, but everybody's going to at least keep an eye on that level. And, if they deem it worthy, if they, think that it fits within their personal strategy, then there we go. Just kind of help them out. And then other members will make alerts to me, and I'll do the same thing. I'll look at their numbers and say, well, yeah, that looks good for my strategy. Or other times I'll say, nah, not really for me. But that's going to be the game plan going in, watching 70.85. Although right now, this thing kind of continues to grind its way higher and higher here. So maybe 70.85 won't even come into play, and that's a very real possibility. Again, these are live, so I genuinely have no idea if that level might even come into play yet. But all right, well, market opens up here in about 5 minutes, so I'll keep you updated. All right, what I'm going to do here real quick is 71.50 new flush point on the open. So I like 71.50 now. So that's going to be the main level that I'm watching. Let me get that out of the way because the market opens up here in less than 1 minute. So I will be back at the open, but 71.50 now, that new key level. All right, the markets are open. So like I said, watching 71.50 here. Got in at 72 actually. That happened super fast. I thought I was getting in down around 71.50, and all of a sudden I'm in at 72. Well, this thing is all over the place here. Can it get the break of 71.50? So all out there, $280. Fully admit, I lucked out there a little bit. Like I said, I thought I was getting in right around 71.65-ish, give or take a little bit. But because it was so jumpy, all of a sudden, it just, and there it goes. Well, congratulations to members. I wasn't quite sure what was going on. You saw it. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Congratulations, members. Wow. And congratulations not to me. But that was just look at this thing. Excellent. Yes. Good job, members. That is fantastic. Awesome. Again, here it was right there. You saw me type that up. You saw me make the the update. 71.50 new flush point on the open. I got lucky in the sense, this is how good the market actually is. I got lucky, like I said. I thought I was getting at like 71.65, and it actually jumped up and gave me a fill at 72. So I got a great entry point. But then you just saw, you saw it just wasn't quite going. Did it want to move? Did it not want to move? It just was a very bizarre first minute. And then I got out. Now, granted, I don't want to come across as a greedy savage. I just made $280 in basically a minute. So I'm not going to come across as ungrateful in that regard, but I'm just saying that. And then I got out. The market said, yeah, Clay, we know you were lucky. We gave you a nice little entry point, but then we decided to just fake you out. We decided to, have the stock behave a little oddly and then just absolutely flush. But as painful as it is, that I'm so excited. That is a great alert for members. Awesome. All right, I got to get back on track here. I don't know. I might just call it a day. It's getting, $280. I'm not a greedy savage. But let's see what else is out there. See if I can make any other. But wow, look at this thing just go and go and go. And it continues to drop. NIO too, now just getting absolutely destroyed. Let's go check out this one. Well, you definitely can't short it right now. That would completely be chasing. I will look for some sort of little maybe breath to the upside. But I'm still debating on if I just want to call it good or not. I gotta be very, very careful right now. As much as I kind of laugh at myself and am genuinely excited for members, there's a sting there. There is a little bit of anger of Clay. Wow. If you would have just held for another 30 seconds, you could be looking at, look at it go. You could be looking at, yeah, this is not helping because now I'm doing the math in my head. You could be looking at a multi-$1,000 score there. Very realistically, that candle right there dropped $3 and I had 500 shares. So there's what, $1,500 right there. And it continued to drop. So fantastic move for members. But yeah, this is not helping at all. This is making it worse. And I get it. Come on, Clay. You trade without emotion. And you're right. It is trade without emotion. But this is trading without emotion right now, meaning you're always going to have emotions. The emotions will always be there. But it's a matter of, do you acknowledge, are you aware of what the emotions are doing and trying to do? And right now those emotions are anger and they're trying to get me to force something. Although okay, there we go. Bounce 41.75 here. I like this. Little breath of the downtrend. Okay, now I definitely not chasing here. It's bounced up a little bit. That's good. And I don't want to take it on this candle regardless. But yeah, I do like if this thing were to come down to 41.75 here. As it bounces here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now even XPEV maybe coming in for another potential opportunity. NIO actually already heading back down in some senses. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause, but I would not be surprised at all if I just decide to call it good, like I said. What is that, 43? I'd like to see this thing get up over at least 43.50 here. And then 43 could be a nice little entry point here. Like I said, it's got to get up over 43.50. I'm going to get this alerted here. LI 43 flush point 1 minute. There we go. Now maybe this is a genuine bounce. Maybe this thing's getting ready to go. With these stocks lately, maybe this thing's getting ready to go back up to 48. All right, well, I will go ahead and pause. Okay, now watching 43.50 here. And this is quite the bounce now all of a sudden. And if I do get into anything, it would just be more for a scalp. Oh, now it's getting right up to the, what is that area? 45. I mean, I might just try to short right on the offer there then. But can this thing really get up to 45? Maybe so. All right, let's try 45.25. I don't know, that seems a little hopeful to actually happen, but maybe. Well, now this setup's not really there anymore, because if this candle just comes back down there, I'm not going to take that trade. But see, now this is, again, just being aware of my emotions. You know, it's okay to have emotions, but you got to be aware of them. These things this is not happening or helping either. I look in the chat room. One member says, you know, the XPV call was unreal. Wow, great call. Thanks. And then I'm sitting here right now saying, yeah, that was a great call. And and again, this sounds bad, but I'm not greedy savage, but I'm sitting here saying, yeah, and I made $280 on it. But that's relative to, I could have, you know, very realistically made $1,500, $2,000 on it. I made $280. I don't want to post this video. I can already see the trolls. Clay, you suck. Clay, if you would have just held. I know. But unfortunately, I didn't have hindsight in my favor at the time. That's the problem with trading. When you see what happens, it's easy to say, oh, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. But you saw it played out. The thing was acting goofy. I felt grateful that it gave me such a good entry point, so I didn't want to get too greedy, so I decided to just take it. And again, $280, that's not bad, but it just didn't work out. And if maybe you've never watched my videos, but maybe you're saying, Clay, or you know, this person sounds like a crazy person. It is crazy. The market is a very crazy place, and emotions, and it's a very mentally, there's just no setup there. Just straight up green and then down it went. But it's a very mentally challenging game, and I'm just, you know, talking out loud what's going through my head so that you hopefully can relate. Now, if you've never traded with real money, I may sound crazy, but all I ask is you first, before you cast too many judgments my way, just go trade with some real money. And you're going to meet a bunch of voices in your head that you didn't know existed, but they exist. And again, it is okay to have voice in your head. It is okay to have emotions, but the key is to trade without emotion. And the way you trade without emotion is you first have to acknowledge the emotions that are coming at you and then defend against them. And in this situation, it's just not... My mental cap is way off. I've seen that move, and then you see a bunch of people, great call, and I got to sit here and say, yeah, and I only made $280 off of it. And now I just want to go out there and just somehow like prove myself almost. I think that's probably the YouTube video, right? I think deep down, if I'm being honest, I know the trolls will show up. So now I'm just like, okay, well now I gotta really just let me at least get up to $500 so the trolls don't have too much ammunition against me. But I realize that's totally silly. And but you know, those are the little voices that exist from you. Look at this thing. Yeah, 41.75, but you just can't take that right now. That's just too much. That's chasing too much. If it wants to go sideways and then break down through it, I like it, but I can't take it on this candle. See, and it just goes without me. That's just too risky of a trade. You know, it could very well bounce from that area, do a little double bottom, and I'm just not going to. Wow, but what a gap and trap. I mean, think about it. I guess my day could be worse, right? I could be some long that was like, oh yeah, another gap up. These stocks are the greatest. I'm buying. Flush. So I suppose my day could be a whole lot worse. But yeah, right now. Yeah, and there's a bounce starting to play out. So maybe I'll give this one a little bit of time. I could see a trade here at 41.75, but this thing's got to go sideways here a little bit first before I would be interested in it. But we'll see what it wants to do. And this right here, my friends, is why just acknowledge emotions. You heard me call it out. Shorting down here had me very nervous, and then check out that green candle right there. Now, I'm not saying it still can't break down, but the pointer being that candle right there on the short side, that's looking like a stopped out position right there, because that was a crazy, crazy bounce. But I mean, if this price actually comes back down here now, 41.75 is still in play here, especially after that big old snap to the upside. I mean, that's yet another failed bounce. But I just want to see how this candle finishes closing. But I'm still watching it. However, there's an example right there. I mean, had I gotten in when you heard the emotion saying, oh, I'd like to get in, but I can't get in right here, I'm glad I listened, because that would have been, a big snap to the upside. And now this thing just continuing to push down. But yeah, this big battleground here, big line in the sand. So I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, we'll see. Well, I got to just be honest with myself and wave the white flag. I'm just not in the right mental anymore. My mental framework has been so convoluted, and if I'm truly being honest, I'm sitting here trying to rationalize it right now, it's not worth it. Especially to give a little context for those of you that are new, my strategy that I've been doing the past several months is just the be done in 30 approach, meaning I'm looking to be done with my day after 30 minutes at most, or average out to 30 minutes. And that way just move on with my day. So, and that I'm all about, I have 4 young kids, and I do trading for the freedom of time, right? Not for the Rolex watches, not for the Lamborghinis. Now, if you want to do trading for that stuff, cool, go for it. I hope you get it. For me though, I just do it for the freedom of time. And again, I'm losing sight. Like I am in greedy savage mode, like somehow, and I know how, but I'm just not happy with $280, and let's just call it 2 minutes. Like, what rational person on this planet would sit there and say, yeah, I made $280 in 2 minutes, but I'm just not happy? Like, who does that? And that's me right now. But it's me because I'm sitting here and just seeing, you were with me for the journey. So I got to just admit that I'm not suitable. I'm not capable of trading any longer or more from the mental perspective. And once again, I know if you've never traded with real money before, I probably sound like the biggest drama queen ever. But welcome to the world of inner voices. And that's what I'm doing right now. I am battling my inner voices. And I've been doing this long enough where I got to just wave the white flag and admit to myself, Clay, dude, be happy with the $280. You made it in 2 minutes. That's how the market works sometimes. But just move on with your day. Don't do anything stupid, because you're just not mentally capable of trading like you should be trading moving forward. So I just need to acknowledge that and move on with my day. Now, if you are interested in getting those alerts that you that you saw play out here, that was awesome. That was so good. But just go to claytrader.com/team, and we'll take this pricing model, $99 for 3 months. Not per month, but for 3 months, which breaks down to $8.25 per week. So the question just becomes, all right, if I invest $99, do I believe I can get at least $8.25 per week of value? If you think you can get at least $8.25 per week of value, then you will get a great return on your investment there. And yeah, you'll get my watch list. You'll get the alerts that you saw me make here. And there is also a mobile app, so you can stay in touch wherever you want. So definitely check that out. And then as far as this video is concerned, if you enjoy these live trade videos, please hit that like button. Little things like that go a long way. These are not the easiest videos to make because, like I said, they're live. So I'm trying to think for myself. I'm trying to press buttons. I'm trying to make alerts in the chat room and type to them. I'm trying to talk to you. And there's a lot going on. It's not easy, but it's possible, and I will continue to do it. But I have to know that there's interest. I have to know that you enjoy these videos. And like I said, a quick way for you to communicate that to me is to hit that like button, and then even a quick comment. Thanks, Clay. Something as simple as that, a thumbs up emoji. Something as simple as that in the comment section lets me know. And then finally, check out the channel as a whole. Lots of other live trade videos. There's a good variety of videos. So hopefully you like what you see enough to hit that subscribe button, as I'd love to have you as subscribe to the channel. But you know what? Every trader has inner voices. You got to battle them, and you just witnessed from beginning to end the battle of the inner voices that I just had. And at this point, I've got to just wave the white flag and move on. So thank you for hanging out. And, it's okay to have voices. It's okay to have emotions. Just make sure that you acknowledge them and then deal with them as best, fits into your personality. So everybody take care. Thanks for hanging out. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.